Welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be rating every single Godzilla film from worst to best. I think there are 36 movies, I'm not sure, either 35 or 36, I don't know. Okay, so in last place, I think it might be... No, we're not going to do it by numbers or it'll confuse me, but in last place we have Godzilla 2014. The reason why I hate this film the most is I think the old ones did a better job than the new ones, and it should really just be called Mewtwo 2014 because there's far more Mewtwo than Godzilla, and the stock footage is bad, and they could have explained it a bit better, and I don't really like the Mewtwo's, so I hope you understand that. Next up is Godzilla City on the Edge of the Battle, which is anime number 2. They literally just ruined Mechagodzilla's design. You know what he looks like right now? He looks just like Godzilla. In that, he doesn't even look like Mechagodzilla. And there isn't much Godzilla. I didn't see barely any pictures of him. It's not really that exciting, and it kind of bored me. But it was better than 2014. Next up is Godzilla Planet of the Monsters. So this one only includes Godzilla, and this is anime number 1, by the way. But to start off, it's just Godzilla, then there's a few more monsters, but it kind of bores me as well, as it's only Godzilla, and it doesn't, I can't even guess, when Godzilla didn't even come yet, I wouldn't have even been able to guess that was a Godzilla film, but, again, it has quite a lot of people scenes. Next up is Godzilla vs. Kong in 2021. So, like I said on 2014, I think the older ones did a bit better, but the reason why Godzilla vs. Kong is bad, in my opinion, I actually love it compared to every single new movie, but compared to all of them, it's just So, I hate how there is more Kong than Godzilla in the movie, and yeah. So basically, yeah. But next up we have Godzilla King of the Monsters in 2019. So it's basically the same as what I said about 2014 and Godzilla vs. King Kong. But this one's the best out of the 3. But Godzilla isn't shown in barely any of them. But between the 3, he is shown most in this one. But when he dies, he was brought back to life. But also warning spoilers. But the thing that's bad about it is, he's not seen, until 1 hour later. I think the film is 2 hours, and when he dies, I think he dies when it gets just to 1 hour, and then all the hours he never comes, and then on the second hour, he comes back. I also like Monster Zero or Mothra, not really Rodent, but Rodent has the coolest colours out of the 4. Next up is Godzilla the Planet Eater. So this is the 3rd anime. So it's the best out of all of them. But I love how there was Mechagodzilla looked terrible, but Ghidorah doesn't look that bad, but it's nowhere near better than the actual Ghidorah design. But yet again, the fight is supposed to be cool, but it wasn't. We didn't see much of the fight at all, and lots of people agree with that opinion. And Ghidorah doesn't really look like Giris. He just looks like noodles. I don't really know. He kind of looks like noodles. Next up is the original Godzilla in 1954. The only reason why I'm not so keen on this one is because, if you think about it, well, no, not if you think about it, because this is my opinion, you'll have different opinions. He's the only character in it, it's the oldest film, which means they had to introduce Godzilla before adding any Titans. But I actually, I don't really prefer Godzilla movie to Godzilla Raids Again. But anyways, Godzilla original is just, there is a lot of injury in it, and, there's usually not that many Godzilla, but I take it to still be a good film. I like all of the films except for 2014 and City Edge of the Battle. I don't mind Planet of the Monsters, but it's still pretty bad for my opinion. About 2014, I just don't like the part where the dad dies. It kind of upsets me. I couldn't even watch it all. I stopped watching it at that part, and then I decided to watch it again, but it didn't do the best out of the 3 films. It was the worst one out of the 3 films. King of Monsters is better than Godzilla vs. Kong and 2014. Next up is Godzilla Ultima in 2021. And the newest Godzilla film ever made, and it's anime. Wait, did I already talk about Godzilla Ultima? Oh, whatever. Jet Jaguar's design is cool. I don't really like Jet Jaguar, but that Jet Jaguar was alright. I didn't mind that one. And there was Rodan, and there was Godzilla. There was Giris, and those are the only ones I've seen at the moment. I haven't watched it all because I ended up getting bored because I watched it quite a lot. Oh, there was Manda, the underwater wait, I don't know the name, but it's the underwater creature. I think there was some sort of red monster as well, so you have quite a lot of characters to see in that movie. Next up, we have Godzilla vs. the Sea Monster. So, Godzilla vs. the Sea Monster. I like Evera's design, which is the giant crab. And, I think Evera was the sea monster. Was he? I think he was. And it clearly shows it was meant to be a King Kong movie. But at the same time, it was kind of weird how Mothra just appeared out of nowhere. Like, no one really expected Mothra to just appear. Next up, we have Godzilla vs. Gigan. So, Godzilla vs. Gigan is... I don't really like Ghidorah's design. It was pretty terrible, which is one of the reasons. And Godzilla talking to Anguirus may have been a bit funny, but it was kind of pathetic and ridiculous. But Gigan is really cool, and Godzilla is pretty good. But after all, it's a pretty good film. Next up, we have Godzilla vs. Megalon. Now, Godzilla isn't that... you may find out that Godzilla wasn't really seen that much. And Megalon, don't even know why he was designed like that, but Gigan, I'm glad he was in it. And Jet Jaguar, this is the part I hate about it, like Jet Jaguar. Oh no. Jet Jaguar, I don't really like him. He was kind of annoying. It was kind of funny how he just shake Godzilla's hand and was like, hey, be on my side. And Godzilla was like, ruff. And then it's basically Jet Jaguar and Godzilla vs. Megalon and Gigan. Next up is Godzilla vs. Sedora. Now, about this movie, it's very weird how Ghidorah is bigger than Godzilla. Oh my god, that is the most ridiculous part I've ever seen. Like, after all, it's pretty good. Godzilla can kind of act like he's flying in that one by using his atomic breath to make him go backwards flying. Next up, we had Destroy All Monsters. So, in Destroy All Monsters, there is... Destroy All Monsters... There are lots of monsters. It doesn't really deserve the name Destroy All Monsters, but, there was Manila, and there was Anguirus, there was Gorosaurus. I like Manila and Gorosaurus, but, Godzilla, Rodan, King Ghidorah, the underwater snake thingy with the manga thingy, and Mothra, but the baby Mothra. There was Kamonga, the spider, and there was let me have a think. Oh well, let's just carry on. So next up is Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla. So we have Space Godzilla, we have Mothra, and we have Godzilla. I like Mothra, he is pretty interesting. But anyways, about little Godzilla, like, he is pretty cute, but I think Manila is better, but, and he is kind of creepy. I said that so many times now. And, like, he is, okay, pretty good film overall. But it's the worst one out of the Heisei era. depending if I've already said about one of the Heisei ones. Next up, we had the Battle for Earth, and basically Godzilla versus Mothra. So they have two names: Godzilla versus Mothra 1992, and there was Godzilla Battle for Earth. Well, Godzilla versus Mothra, the Battle for Earth. But anyways, this film, the trailers were pretty interesting, and I like Batra, but I don't have much to say for this film, really. Return of Godzilla is up next. So, yet again, it's another Heisei era, so, like, basically, Godzilla, that was the first Heisei film made, and after that was, like, Terror of Mechagodzilla was made, and then, like, they didn't make another Godzilla movie till, like, 9 years, and then after Return of Godzilla, they took quite a while to make another one as well. But Return of Godzilla is pretty good, but it kind of bored me the fact about how Godzilla's the only character. Next up is Invasion of Astro Monster. So, about this movie, it kind of copied Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster, and it didn't even work. I've already said about that, but like it didn't work at all. Like I prefer Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster quite a lot more. But anyways, let's just move on to the next one. Next up is Godzilla King of Monsters in 1956. Right, about this one, like it was the third oldest Godzilla film, and it kind of bored me as well. Was Godzilla the only character? I don't know. Next up is Godzilla's Revenge. Now, a lot of people hate this film. About Godzilla's Revenge, I actually like it. It's a very interesting movie, and I like it. I like this movie, but for my opinion anyways, but it's basically about bullying and kind of helps you know how to be safe. And there is Manila. I really loved Manila in that movie. He could then talk. In the other two he couldn't talk, and now he can. But like he was really, really helpful, and he really helped out a lot, and I loved him. And was there an Ebora in that one as well? But there was Godzilla, and there was Gabriel, which is Manila's enemy. So if Ebora is Godzilla's enemy, why can't Manila have an enemy called Gabriel? And Gabriel just gives Manila a big beat up, and then Godzilla comes to save him. Next up, we have Godzilla Raids Again. So, Godzilla Raids Again, I like it. It's my favourite one out of the oldest ones. And I love Anguirus, and I love Godzilla. Anguirus, this is an easy fun fact, but the fun fact is Anguirus was the first Godzilla enemy ever introduced. Overall, I pretty like this movie. The movements were absolutely epic. But anyways, next up we have Son of Godzilla. I love this film. I've watched this one. Manila is literally so cute. Well, in my opinion. And I love the Camaricus design. And I love Kamonga. And I love Godzilla. This is basically the perfect film for me to watch, in my opinion. It might not be perfect for you, but it is for me. Next up is the Terror of Mechagodzilla. So I actually like Terror of Mechagodzilla. Like, it's good, but I don't really like Titanosaurus and poor Godzilla in that movie. Next up, we've got King Kong vs. Godzilla. I love King Kong vs. Godzilla. It was so funny how King Kong just got drunk in the middle of it while fighting a gigantic octopus. And Godzilla, it has a very good design, but it's a pretty weak Godzilla. Anyways, next up, we have got Giris, the three-headed monster. This is the last one that I haven't mentioned in the show season. Wait, no, it's not. Like, the second last one. I almost forgot about that movie again. I forgot about it when I did my list. Like, oh my god. Ghidorah the three-headed monster, like, Godzilla and Rodent act like they're off camera in the middle of the movie, like, just dancing, and Mothra's like, what are you doing? Can you help me defeat King Ghidorah, please, or I'll squirt this poison thing at you. And he's like, oh, take that, Godzilla. Oh, and you too, Rodent, you didn't listen either. Okay, next up, we've got Godzilla vs. Giris. I should have mentioned this one sooner. It is a pretty pathetic movie, but it's also very good. I love Giris's design, and, like, the Millennium series is my favorite, but it was kind of annoying because the Millennium series is my favorite, and it wasn't that good for the Millennium series. So, but still, it is pretty interesting, and I love Godzilla's design. The Millennium designs are they're always the best designs. Next up, Mothra vs. Godzilla, which is the Showa series I always forget to mention. So it's my favourite one out of all the Showa series, it's I don't have much to say for this actually. Next up, we have Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah in the Heisei era in 1991. So I love this movie. I love how King Ghidorah turned into Mecha King Ghidorah, but like it's not the best in the Heisei era. Next up, for my opinion, is Godzilla 2000. So I love how they added an ogre in it, because I actually thought that the ogre was part of the Legendary series, but it helped it a lot more by adding an ogre in the Millennium series. And like, there are lots of monsters in the Millennium series, especially in the last one, but I'm keeping the last Millennium series named secretive because I haven't said that it's a good one yet, so or bad one, but yeah, so it's secretive of what it is because you'll be finding out later. Next up, we have Shin Godzilla. This Legendary series, this is actually the Legendary series, but this is one of the only Legendary series that did very well. Like, no, they all did very well, but this one did the most. And the others were pretty low down, but this Legendary series has gone very high up. I loved Shin Godzilla. The only way it bored me was how Shin Godzilla was the only character, and Kamata kind of so cute, he should have stayed for a bit longer, but... And the only improvement is I wanted to see a bit more Godzilla in that movie, but after that, it's very good. Next up, we have Godzilla vs. Biollante. I really love this one. I love how Biollante is just a plant, and then he grows huge. Biollante has the best design ever. And fun fact, Godzilla and Biollante battle scene is actually my favourite battle scene out of every single Godzilla series that's ever been made, which means it's my favourite battle that's ever happened. And it did very well, and I'm really glad that they made that movie because it was really good. Next up is Godzilla, Mothra, and King Ghidorah, giant monsters all out of attack, also well known as GMK. And lots of people love this one. They think it's the best in the Millennium. Well, like, I'm not one of them, but it's very good. I love how Baragon was in it. That was a very cool scene. The battle scene with Godzilla and Baragon. Bill's definitely not my favourite, and Godzilla, Mothra, and King Ghidorah had a very cool scene, and I just loved the movie. And Godzilla was even an evil villain in that one, which is a surprise. This is so weird. In most of the Millennium series, Godzilla is a villain. Like, he's usually good in most of the movies, but I don't even think he's good in any of the Millennium series movies. This is so shocking. Well, maybe except for Final Wars. I don't know if he's good or bad in Final Wars. Well, there I have it. I just gave it away. Next up is Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 2. But anyways, this is the Heisei era. I really love this movie. It did very well. And I hope they make more good movies like that. I loved Rodent's design, and it was really good. It's the second best in the Heisei era. Like, it's just really good. Next up, we have Godzilla against Mechagodzilla. So, like, this is the Millennium era, or the Millennium series, and Godzilla was kind of stupid because he just ran off. He was too scared to fight Mecha G, and it was just very weird. Next up, we have Godzilla Final Wars. I really loved this movie. It did very good, and I hope there'll be movies just as good as that one, because then I'll be just as happy. And I really love Final Wars. It had lots of monsters in the fights. The only thing I hate is the fights were a bit too short, but I'm about to watch that movie soon. I kept it secretive. I watched Tokyo SOS. I was far too excited, so I watched that one. But Final Wars I'm keeping, because I want it to be more secretive. But the fights were very short. But Tokyo SOS was the best. And next up we have Godzilla vs. Destroyer. This is literally such a good movie. I love the design of Burning Godzilla, and Destroyer is so cool. The two monsters competing in the battle were the best. It's such a good film, in my opinion. Anyways, I can't believe I keep saying that, but anyways, and the winner is Godzilla Tokyo SOS. But anyways, the reason why I love Godzilla Tokyo SOS is it's just I love all three of the monsters in the movie's design. The battle scene in that movie is my second favorite out of every single Godzilla movie. The only thing I hate about it is everything is good. I don't have a complaint for it, but the only thing I hate is it wasn't the best battle. I didn't prefer their battle as much as the battle that happened in Godzilla vs. Bioland. But after that, a really good movie. But anyways, thanks for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. Smash that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.